welcome to the Adelaide Cottage podcast. My name is Shauna, and you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Adelaide Cottage. Everything that I talk about today, including links, will be down in the description box below. It is Monday, June 16th, maybe, the day after Father's Day, and I'm recording from a suburb of Buffalo, New York, where I was born and raised. I live with my husband, our 2 young boys, and our 2 cats. So I received some questions that I would like to answer. On Instagram, I posted a prompt that if there are any questions you have for me, feel free to ask, and I'll answer them in an upcoming podcast. It's been a while, but I would like to answer those for you. There were 3 pretty common ones that I'm going to cover today. Then I have some administration type things and some knitting to show you, some pottery. This is a podcast mostly about knitting. Sometimes there's some crochet and weaving and spinning. I don't have any spinning to show you today, but I do have some fiber to show you. I have to ply my spun yarn together to form a 2-ply, so I didn't think you'd want to see that. There's nothing too exciting about it right now. So a couple of announcements, and I apologize for looking down at my show notes so much, but I have a lot to cover in a short amount of time. We do have the Harry Potter blanket KAL going on. It ends, the last check-in is August 1st. So there was one June 1st, there's one August 1st, and that's the last regular check-in. And then the final, the finale check-in, I guess, you have to have it posted by September 1st, and then you will be eligible for some really cool prizes, which I'll show you in just a minute. But there is an April winner for the April check-in, and I will post your name down below, right around here. So congratulations, contact me and give me your full name and address, and I will send some prize options out to you. We have some handmade Harry Potter project bags. I think we have a skein of yarn or 2 left. So yeah, you'll get to choose from that selection. The grand prizes, I just want to show you quickly. We have 6 different options here. I'm not going to show you all of them, but as you may or may not know, Jilly of Vegan Jilly and the Knitting Broomstick was co-hosting this KAL with me, but she delivered a beautiful baby boy who has pretty significant health issues. So she's not knitting at the moment, and the KAL was just not in the cards for her. So these beautiful bags were sent to us, but to her house for this KAL by lovely Sarah Mee of Chicken Boots, who used to make amazing project bags. She's no longer doing that. She has a new YouTube channel that basically gives you tutorials on how to make lots of different things. So I will link that down below as well. But we have 6 different prize packages. These will all be grand prizes in September. So there is a Badger's bag Hufflepuff with washi tape, stitch markers, and it says CK. What is that? Oh, you know what? That's the type of bag it is. I will look it up and post it. It's CK Badgers. But this is the fabric. And the Hufflepuff, and there's Harry Potter washi tape in there and stitch markers. Then there is, I guess I will show them all to you, a CK Snakes fabric. This is Slytherin. And it has a little notions pouch. This is a Heroes Wallaby with a shawl pin and stitch markers. Extremely generous of Sarah Mee to donate these to the podcast. Lions fabric, this is Gryffindor. You get the bag, Progress Keeper and washi tape, and a little, it looks like a little notions pouches in there. This is a Ravenclaw Eagles And years 3 and 4 and 5 collection. You get a wristlet, it looks like a bag, and a notions pouch, stitch markers, washi tape, a sprinter. The sprinter is the bag. Amazing. And then some little extras, which I will distribute probably to those who don't win a grand prize, are some zipper pull, Harry Potter zipper pulls and stitch markers. So yeah, super fun, amazing prizes, and again, those are the grand prizes. So I will draw winners from that final check-in on September 1st. You have through September 1st to post, and then I will draw 6 winners to win those amazing chicken boots prizes. We also have an Advent Mini Skein SWAP. So I am not dyeing Advent Mini Skein calendars this year, but I'm organizing a swap. So you can head over to my Ravelry group if you'd like to participate. I'll match you up with a partner, and you just swap 25 mini skeins. You have an option of adding a full skein and or goodies to it, and I'll try to match you up with your preferences. So that link will be below. I am offering a Vlogmas colorway. Last year I started this where I dye a custom colorway for each year of Vlogmas. It's called Vlogmas 2019 this year. Last year was obviously 2018. And I do have pre-orders for this year's Vlogmas colorway, which is a mystery color. It's up in my shop right now, linked below. I will be offering pre-orders for Vlogmas 2018 in the fall, so that's when that pre-order will be up. Okay, so a few questions and answers, and then I'll get on to knitting. The first one, I got quite a few people ask me this question, is how my husband Jason and I met. You know that saying where every love story is beautiful, but ours is my favorite? I really feel that way about ours. I moved to Stratford Road, which is a street in the city of Buffalo, with my mom when I was 12, turning 13. And I was playing with the little girl downstairs. She was my age. And her doorbell rang, and she's like, "Oh, it's just the paper boy." So I went to the door with her, and there stood Jason, my husband. And he was collecting money for the newspaper, and he smiled, and I knew I needed to marry him someday. She's like, "Hold on, let me go get money." And I trailed right behind her and was like, "Who is that?" Drilled her for information. She went to school with him, and he lived right down the road. And I told her I'm going to marry him someday. I married him someday. And later I found out that his father was his mother's paper boy. They lived on the same street, and that's how they met and fell in love, and they're still very happily married. So I love that so much. His parents' marriage is such an inspiration to us. They still hold hands and just love each other dearly. So, and a few people asked if I am still cross-stitching. When I think about cross-stitching, I remember how much I enjoy it when I do it. Right now, I'm not cross-stitching. I have a few active projects on the go. Last year, I did that Stitch Mania where I started like 30 new things, but I didn't actually start them all. I have them all bagged up together with the floss that goes with the pattern, but I didn't start them all. I haven't done that in a while. I feel like I'm kind of dabbling into a lot of different crafts right now, so no, the question is no, I'm not doing it right now, but usually in the fall and winter, I start to kind of itch to pick that up again. So when I do, I will be sure to show you. And the last question that I had a few people ask was if I would do a craft room tour, because I mentioned last time that my husband built all of the furniture in this room. Not that, but like the desk, and I have 2 desks and a cabinet and the shelf above me that he built. So I will be sure to record that. I would love to do that for you. I want to declutter a little bit first, I'm gonna be honest, because everything tends to just kind of get thrown in here. So yeah, I will record I will record that for you. I did a craft room tour at the end of a podcast episode quite a while ago, but it's changed so much since then, so I would love to share it with you. And he also built an additional cabinet. So a couple more things and then we'll be into knitting, and then it will go pretty quickly. So my cross-country camping trip that I mentioned last time, we're super excited about that. I had quite a bit of feedback of people letting me know which yarn shops to stop at along the way. I wrote them all down. Thank you so much for your recommendations. And if you didn't catch that and you have a recommendation, let me know. We're going from Western New York over to, we're going to stop in Illinois to rest. Then we're going to go to Wyoming to go to Yellowstone, down to Arizona for the Grand Canyon, and then up to Colorado for the Rocky Mountains. And then we'll stop somewhere on the way back to New York to rest as well. So I just wanted to quickly show you what I've been doing to prepare for our 80-hour road trip with our 2 young boys. I purchased these, they're still in the shrink wrap, on Shutterfly, and it's just a cross-country, it's like a journal for each of them to have, to kind of jot down where they went, what they saw, and we plan to take a picture of us in each state that we passed through so that we can document it. But I took a picture that we had of our camper and put it on the front, and I hope that you can see that okay, but it says our cross-country camping trip, August of 2019. And so, yeah, I'm excited about that. And then I found these at Target in their like dollar section. And I think that the journals will fit perfectly in them. They're just 2 zipper pouches for the boys. And inside is a little pencil holder and some pockets. So that's that. And then I found these as well, and there's roadside bingo and road sign bingo for them to play. So if you have any other tips and tricks for traveling with young ones, long distances, please let me know in the comment section. I would really appreciate it. So we have a pretty busy couple of weeks coming up. My oldest son, Aiden, is kind of graduating or moving up from elementary school and going to middle school. So he has like a 5th grade picnic celebration. He has a moving up / graduation ceremony. He just finished up with band concerts, chorus concerts. There's a field trip tomorrow for my youngest, and he has a birthday coming up this Friday, and mine is next Friday, and we're going to have his birthday party on my birthday, so that'll be super fun. And also next Tuesday, the 25th, is my annual checkup and MRI for my spinal cord tumor out in New York City, so I will go out there with my husband that day. So if you are the praying type, I would appreciate and love a prayer that the tumor did not grow at all and the cancer didn't return. It's something that kind of looms over me every single day of my life, wondering if it's going to start growing again and alter my life. So yeah, this is my first one that's annual. Prior to this, it was every 6 months. So I didn't have my January scan like I usually do. So everything that happens that hurts or any unusual feeling that I get, I wonder and pray and just hope that it's nothing serious. So I will update you on how that goes. But yeah, lots of fun, exciting things coming up, and I'm excited for the summer and to have the kids home with us all summer long. It's going to be really, really nice. Met with the lovely Sandy of the By the Lakeside podcast and company. She sews handmade bags and notion pouches and amazing products. I'll link her shop below, as well as Eric of the Sticks Plus Twine podcast. And he's been featured in men's knitting magazines, and I adore both of them. We met for coffee and lunch at Panera in Niagara Falls when they came in to go shopping at Target, because they don't have a Target there anymore. I'm so sorry for you. It was such a nice time. It was so, to me, and from what Sandy and Eric said, it was just like a natural conversation. We didn't feel like there were no awkward silences. It was just, everything just flowed, and they are so genuine, and we had really meaningful conversation, and I enjoyed that time so much. I'm getting a little teary-eyed. And Sandy and I share something really special, which I won't get into, but yeah, it kind of bonded us together. That's kind of how we met. So I brought each of them a little fun friendship package, if you will, and I asked Sandy before she knew I was bringing her something. I wanted to surprise them. I asked her, I took a browse in her shop because I wanted to purchase something from her, and I've had my eye on this tote bag for such a long time and was never able to catch her update. And she had some in stock, and I asked her if she would bring one for me and I would give her the money. So she did, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I use this as a purse, and it's so well made. It's this beautiful denim-like material, almost like a linen feel too, but it has that denim look to it. It has like the chevron pattern and the beautiful by the lakeside tag, and these straps. I was worried that they might get dirty, but literally I've been using this every day and they're in such great shape. And then she sweetly included these beautiful scissors. Look at these. They're like a rose gold, and she made this scissor cover. So pretty. So thank you again, Sandy. I enjoyed so much meeting with you and Eric. And Eric, if you're watching, thank you for taking the time to hang out with me and have such a nice lunch with me. Some other happy mail that I received is from the amazing Judy of the Autumn Acorn podcast and yarns. She dyes beautiful yarns, again, linked below. She sent this amazing package. I sent a little care package to her because she recently, unfortunately, lost her mother. And I know what that feels like, having lost mine. So I just sent her a little something, and she sent something back to me. You did not have to, Judy, but thank you very much. She sent me a ton of little goodies and big goodies, but I'm not going to show you everything. This beautiful card that she wrote for me. I love cards, as you probably all know. And then she sent me this blank one that I can, it's a handmade card that I can send to someone special, she said. It's from JH Cards on Etsy, with this really pretty bird's nest and eggs. And then she dyed a skein of yarn just for me in my favorite colors and named it Shauna. It's gorgeous. It is so me. It's 100% superwash BFL. It's a DK weight. Absolutely beautiful. Look at this. She knows that I love mauve and purple and gray and taupe, and she put them all together to make this masterpiece. And there it is, Shauna. And this is the Autumn Acorn. I love it so much. It's going to be something very special. And then she sent this. She knows how much I love pottery, and this was a mug cherished by her mother. And she knew that she thought her mom would want me to have it if she were still here with us. And I do love it. I'm going to enjoy lots of warm and toasty beverages out of this and think of you, Judy. So thank you. This and the yarn completely, I lost it. And then she sent me these beautiful progress keepers, which I wanted to show you. There's a, let me open it up so you can see it better. But she also included a set to give away. So there's a little keychain with these progress keepers. And these progress keepers were made by Harlow Designs, Nina. And Judy sells them in her shop. And she thoughtfully and generously included a set to give away to one of you. So in order to be eligible to win, hop on over to Judy's shop, which I will link, the Autumn Acorn. Let me know what your favorite item is out of her shop down below in the comments. She also has beautiful knitwear designs too. And here's the set that we're giving away. And this here is an essential oil bead inside. So you can drip your favorite essential oil on there and you'll be able to smell it. So thank you so much, Judy, for the very thoughtful gifts, plural, and giveaway prize. And I'll announce a winner for this on the next podcast. Okay, let's see. Okay, one really cute thing that I have to mention before I get on to knitting. I know this is like dragging out. I wanted to get my chatter done first. So my son, I have two boys. I have an 11-year-old son and a 5-year-old son who's turning 6 very soon. The Ed Sheeran song was on called Perfect, and I love that song. It reminds me of my husband and I, since we've known each other since we were young. The lyrics I just love. And it was on, and Evan is such a mama's boy. He always calls me his princess and just always takes great care of me and protects me, and it's super cute. And so this song was on, and I was like, Aiden, will you dance with me? And he's like, no, I'm not dancing with you, because he's 11 and too cool to dance with his mom, apparently. And Evan started dancing with me, and it was so sweet. And we were singing to each other, and he goes, hold on, Mama. And he went and paused the song. He goes upstairs, and he comes back down, and he has on his t-shirt that he was wearing, his short sleeve t-shirt. He put on a clip-on tie, his suit pants, and wait for it, his hand knit socks. I lost it. And he came and played the song, and he twirled me like a princess, and it was the cutest thing. And I was like thinking to myself, these are the moments that I live for. This is life. This is beautiful and amazing and incredible. I couldn't believe how thoughtful he was at 5 years old to put hand knit socks on, because he knew it would melt my heart. So I had to share that with you. Okay, on to knitting, 25 minutes into my podcast. And there are a couple things that are sitting right here and I didn't show you, but I'll show you throughout the episode. So we have, I've actually been working a lot on my crochet granny stripe blanket. That's just what I have been wanting to work on. But I did make some progress on the socks for my father-in-law. I'm about halfway done with the foot of the first sock, so I guess not that much. But this is a beautiful handmade and hand embroidered bag by Olivia, who has the This Handmade Life Instagram account and Etsy shop. And inside I have my Notions pouch from the lovely Donna of In a Pickle Knitting podcast and Etsy shop. And here is my first sock. Let's see if I can... Oh, that's not going to work. I'm going to knock everything down. So I'll tell you what yarn it is in just a minute, but I did 64 stitches, 2x2 rib for 25 rows, I believe. And then I did a 50 row leg. I did a slip stitch heel flap. And he has about a size 10 foot, so does my husband, so I'm gonna have to just kind of measure out my husband's foot, I guess, before I decrease for the toes. But I really am enjoying this yarn. It's very woolly and rustic. It seems like a workhorse yarn. And it is the Berrocco Sox in color 1494. And here it is in the ball. So there's the first one. I've been having some hand pain actually when I've been knitting, which is pretty concerning to me. It's like right here, the whole base of my thumb when I'm knitting, and it's just my left hand, and I knit continental, so let me know if any of you have experienced that, what I can do about it. It's been going on for a few weeks, so I don't know if I hurt myself or if it's just from knitting or something else, but it's painful and it stops me from knitting sometimes. I like to see what people have in their notions pouch, so I thought I would show you. I have this lavender hand balm that Donna gave me with this notions pouch, which is amazing. And I have my Chowgu set that has some stitch markers and interchangeable needle pins and these end caps. And I have the tape measure that she gave to me and a needle to weave in my ends. So next I will show you my Nutured sweater, which I picked up for the first time in a very long time. I think it was the weight of the yarn that kind of frustrated me a little bit. Sorry, I have to do something with this hair today. I'm so used to fingering weight yarn that holding worsted along with a lace weight was just bothering me a little. So last time I showed you, I had the cuff done of the first arm and a little bit of the arm. And over the last 3 days, I would say, was when I picked this up again. I knit this much more on the arm. And I'm just marking where I've been doing my increases. And now I'm really enjoying this. I'm going to do one arm and then I'm going to work on the body and then I'll do the other arm. So this is Nutured by Andrea Mowry. I have to show this to you too because I posted it in one of my Instagram pictures and got a few comments about it. I'm using this super woolly yarn that I got in Rhinebeck. Let's see where my tag is. Here it is. I got it in Rhinebeck last year. It's Twist of Fate Spinnery. It doesn't look like they have a website, but it's 100% wool, and you can definitely feel it. I love it. Looks like a 2-ply. Worsted weight 250 yards. And there's no color, just a natural gray. So I have 2 of those caked up for now, but I have more if I need it. I'm pretty sure I'll need it. And then I'm using Adelaide Cottage yarns in this really pretty gray color, which I think I'm going to replicate and call it Valyrian Steel, a Game of Thrones reference, because I really love this gray and how it turned out. So yeah, let's see. For the arms, I'm using a US size 8. So, to mark my progress, I'm using this Circa row counter. This is by Grello and Gray, which I'll link below. Let me mark it down so I don't forget. Okay. So it comes in a case, and there's a few different color options, and inside is the counter. The case has a strap to keep it closed, and the counter you can hang on your neck because this would make an awesome necklace, or just, I don't know, I just kind of set it next to me when I'm knitting. But so you can keep track of 3 different repeats. So it's really nice when you're doing, you know, sweaters, shawls, anything that you're keeping track of more than 1 repeat for. I don't want to mess up. This green one is the one I'm using right now, but these pop out to move around, and then they lock into place so that they don't move around. So you can keep track of 3 different things. And you can keep track this way as well. 3 different colored things. So I think you can actually keep track of more than 3. So for instance, let's look at the turquoise. We can say it's row 4 and I'm on the 2nd repeat of it or something like that. Like, you can match them up. So it's hard to explain because I don't have many repeats going on in this sweater. I only have 2 that I have in my head to remember, but I love it. So that is the Circa counter by Grello and Gray. And what else do I have to show you? My Nutured, my socks, my shawl, and then my blanket. Okay, my shawl is right here. And I forgot to show you my bag. This is the Town Bag by Fringe Supply Co. And this is the, you know what bag this is. What is the name of it? It's also by Fringe Supply. I'll think of it when I'm not put on the spot. Okay, this is the Painted Window Shawl by Casapinka. Lots of ends to weave in, but I left my progress keeper from the last time. I didn't get much done on this because, like I said, I've been working on Nutured and my socks and my blanket. But so I'm just kind of switching up the patchwork colors. I'm doing every other in the yellow or the gold. The gold is Hedgehog Fibres in the Fool's Gold colorway. The main color is Mint Rain Yarns and the Protego Maxima Harry Potter colorway, which is gray with gold splashes, and just assorted minis from advent calendars and such. Field bag. That's what this is called. Okay. And my granny stripe blanket. This I have in a bag that my cousin Dana, who I go to Rhinebeck with, she had one made for myself and our 2 other friends, as well as her. I think I've shown this before, but it has an S for Shauna, and then a knit 4 together, which is like our little thing, since there's 4 of us. And all of us pretty much keep our scrappy blankets in here. And we bring it to Rhinebeck to shop because it's like a backpack or a cinch sack. So this is my blanket. Let's see. It's getting big, but since I chained over 300 stitches, I think, it's gonna take a long time. Each row takes me a long time. So I also have the progress keeper where I was last time I recorded an episode so that you can see, trying to figure out where I am. Okay. Here's my progress keeper. Right there. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows, which is huge with this blanket because I will show you. This is what it looks like. And I'll start from the beginning and go all the way across so you can see how long it is. It's going to be much bigger, I should say, than our queen size bed. This would probably fit a king. It's like endless. And there we go. So it's going to be super cozy and I love it. And it's just, I've been rewatching Gilmore Girls all the way back from season 1, episode 1, and I'm finishing up season 1 for the second time. And this is what I love to work on while I watch it. And I'm getting all sorts of new color inspiration for new colorways. So those will be coming up little by little. So that's my blanket. Other things I've made, a few vases. I can't remember if I showed you these last time, but I made 3 of these. And this one was so small at the top, the only thing that will fit in it is a succulent. So I stuck a succulent in there. But in pottery class, I made these and I just carved out a little bit of texture at the bottom. And then I sign it underneath my initials and the year. I also made a set of 3 or 4 of these. These are kind of like espresso sized mugs or a teacup, I guess. But I put a coat of a glittery glaze on it. So there's a little tiny bit of glitter. And then I made these also, small espresso sized mugs. And then dyeing yarn. So let me show you what else I have. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. I did get from the Gnome Knitter. Oh my goodness. I dropped the one. Excuse me for a second. Okay. So this was the Gnome Knitter. Joanna is the maker. She makes polymer clay charms, gorgeous ones. And she does a fairy tale inspiration club each month. Last month was The Little Mermaid. This month was Beauty and the Beast. So this was for the month of June, and she included this Biscoff cookie, and I purposely didn't dig into it because I wanted to show you, and a little book, progress keeper, because Belle loves to read. How beautiful is that? So thoughtful. And there's that. And the tissue paper is themed as well. Last month was Little Mermaid, so the tissue paper was blue. Little Mermaid is, Belle is yellow for her dress. And this is the charm, and I'll take it out so you can see it closely. Oh my goodness. Love it so much. And they're all cupcake themed. So this is the cupcake Belle. And there's the rose, and there's a fallen petal. Hoping you can see it okay. There we go. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, the color matches her dress, the yellow, and it has glitter in it. Oh, I love it so much. So thank you, Joanna. Love, love, love. Yarn. Oh, these are some peonies from my garden. And if I remember, I'll tack on a little clip of our garden. We have kind of like a wildflower garden in the back of our yard. We had our concrete patio poured recently in our backyard, which is really exciting. We need to shop for furniture desperately. But my husband built 2 raised vegetable or raised beds, I guess, that are high up on legs so that I don't have to bend my neck or my knees because I have issues with them. And we have both of those on the patio, just soaking up the sun. So I'll show those to you as well. So we have, first I'll show you these. These are new gradient sets. These were made for the Porthole Cowl by Mina of the Knitting Expat podcast and Knitting Expat Designs, which I will link below. And she asked for a gradient set of 8 minis. These are 8 20-gram mini skeins, and she asked for a cool and a warm tone for her design. So I'll pop a picture in of her beautiful cowl design. It's mosaic knitting, it's gorgeous. And then I also came out with another color combo that I'll show you. This is called Coastal Fog, and this is available both in Adelaide Sock, which is a 75-25, as well as Platinum Twinkle, which is 75. It's got the 5% stellina in it, and silver stellina. Platinum is the silver and golden is the gold stellina, but these come in platinum. So this is Adelaide Sock, and you get your 4 gradients of this ocean-like turquoise, jade colors, kind of greenish blue tones, and then these warm golden browns. It goes from tan to golden brown. And then this one is the starboard. We wanted to keep the theme going. Porthole is like the hole on a cruise ship, the window. Coastal Fog was just reminded me, those colors reminded me of the beach, the coastline. And starboard is one of the sides of the cruise ship, and I love taking cruises, so I was excited to use this name. This is on the Platinum Twinkle base. You get your purples and your grays. And then we have this is a new one. And on Instagram, I asked for some names, and this is going to be Celestial, named by Jamie, my friend Jamie, to kind of go with my galaxy. I have a galaxy colorway, so this is kind of goes with that. But there's really pretty berry colors, this really pretty forest green in there, some turquoise, gray. So that's a new one that will be in the shop very soon. This is Galaxy Restocked. This is on Cloud MC-On, which is a super plump, buttery soft, fingering weight MC-On that I love. This is Pop Tarts, one of the Gilmore Girls colorways. Most of these colorways that I talk about are available on multiple bases. This is Pink Lemonade, an oldie but goodie. And I also, in the options where you choose your base for this colorway, I'm offering these little lemon progress keepers to go with the Pink Lemonade theme. So you can add that onto your order if you wish. These two are Game of Thrones yarns. This one is Sansa. And this one is Cersei, so Sansa Stark, Cersei Lannister. Again, available on multiple bases. And then I brought some kind of tonals up to show, some purple tone tonals, I guess. And I also wanted you to see the difference between them here, because sometimes it's hard to tell when you're looking online. This one is Aurora Borealis, which is a variegated skein. There are some pops of purple and neon orange. There's pink. This is Candied Kisses, which is slightly variegated. It's a deeper purple with, you'll see some blues in there. And this is Berry Fairy, which has more of like a fuchsia tone. It's more of a tonal. but they would go great with lots of colorways. So I will show you some. So this is Berry Fairy with Celestial. And Aurora Borealis. Galaxy would also look really good with Aurora Borealis, I think, because they both have those pops of orange, bright orange. And there's also a deeper purple in Galaxy where I think Candied Kisses would really look nice. Pop-Tarts also has a really pretty kind of fuchsia berry color in there that would go good with Berry Fairy. And Pink Lemonade would go with any of these, I think. I'm dropping them. Berry Fairy and Pink Lemonade. So lots of different combos. Any of these that have purple in them I feel like would go really well. Oh, this would go really good, I think. Sansa Stark with Aurora Borealis. And then this is Cersei Lannister with Candied Kisses. So that's the yarn. There's plenty more in the shop. I just wanted to show you some of the ones that I restocked and a few of you have been asking about. I also have some fiber, which will be listed very soon. This is, I just showed you Galaxy, the yarn, and I also dyed it up on fiber. So here is Galaxy in yarn form. And then I also dyed the fiber. My goodness. So we have two different types of, or fiber bases, I should say. This is a 100% 18.5 micron merino, which is super soft. You get about 3.5 ounces. And this is a merino, BFL and C-cell blend. Same thing, about 3.5 ounces. Then there is Sugar Rush. This is the BFL with C-cell. And this is the Superfine Merino. And then lastly, this one hasn't been named yet, but it reminds me, it's dreamy, isn't it? Unicorn Dreams? What do you think? Leave me a comment below if you have an idea for this colorway. But I'm going to pop it into the shop very soon. BFL C-cell, merino. And that's it for fiber, I think. I do have a Paradise Fibers Fiber of the Month Club. I actually have 2 of them. I'm wondering if I have time to show you right now. Probably not. With the I guess I will. This is the May Fiber Club, Fiber of the Month through Paradise Fibers, and this was a Game of Thrones, so I was super excited to see this. They came out with fiber that, there's one called Not Today, which I have a colorway called Not Today, so that was cool. There's one called Mother of Dragons, He Who Knows Nothing, and Blue Eyes. And then some fiber called Wildfire and Fire and Ice. So I got a Yarn of Dragon Scale Gloves pattern, which I'm going to be giving away. So if you'd like to win the glove pattern, because it's not something that I would make, it is a crochet pattern, so keep that in mind. Let me know in the comments below. Just let me know who your favorite Game of Thrones character is, and just mention that you'd like the glove pattern, but don't say giveaway, don't say free, don't say win. And and then I will pick a winner next time. So this is a really cool themed box. The tissue paper has like trees. Can you see that? It looks like wintry woods, kind of like where the wildlings were. And so I received, let me just find my little sheet here. Let me get situated here. Okay. I received the Mother of Dragons in my box, which is super pretty, really soft. And this is 6 ounces of, it's 75% 21 micron merino and 25% mulberry silk top. Really pretty blues and grays and whites. And then I received He Who Knows Nothing. So you get 2 of the 4. And this is kind of blacks, grays, and navies and whites. I think that would look really cool blended together. Or applied together, I should say. In here, this bag, and it said fire, you get either the fire and ice or the wildfire. It's been a while since I opened this, so I have to keep looking. Okay, so this is the fire and ice. I got the fire. I got it. It's all straightened out. Fire. Red. It's 1 ounce of heathered tweed top, 80% South American wool and 20% viscose tweed. This is cool. It's a little magnet. It says, the sheep looks like he's got like a Game of Thrones costume on. It says House Paradise, spin or die. And then this little goodie bag, which Moon and Stars. Remember when Khaleesi, when she said that Moon and Stars quote? Yeah, I don't see, I'm on the spot and now I don't remember. This is Angelina Crystallina Wildfire Key Lime, like what Cersei uses to explode stuff with her chemist friend. So that'll be cool to mix in. Then there's a little Mentos mint and a fireball, which I was already including with my Game of Thrones yarns. So if you order Game of Thrones themed yarns, you get a fireball. And then another, this is a sticker for my laptop. How cool is that? I have to remember to put that on there. And this sweet little dragon egg progress keeper. And a scroll. Let's see, I forgot what this was. It's a little letter, but it came in a little scroll, so super cute. All right, that's all I've got for you today. It was a lot. Thanks for sticking with me. I'm pretty sure I covered everything. Nope. I also received a very thoughtful card from the sweet Molly of Molly Klein Designs, who recently welcomed her first sweet little baby boy. It's her first baby, but it's a boy, into the world. So congratulations, Molly. She just sent me a thinking of you card with a really sweet note inside, and I just adore it. So thank you. And she put some teas in there. So thank you, Molly. I hope you're all doing well. If you want to stick around for my garden clip at the end, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to film that for you and stick that in there. But yeah, I hope you're all enjoying the sunshine, or wherever you are, you're enjoying the weather. And I'll talk to you as soon as I can. Bye. I'm going to try to do a semi-quick garden tour. This is the front of our house. I'll kind of go through, I don't know the names of everything, but here we have a baby maple tree, or not maple, Merlot. It's its second year that it's been planted, so still really little. And then here are peony bushes. Well, here's one, the other one is white, but it's already starting to lose its beautiful petals. We have some daisies and pots on the steps, black-eyed Susans that line the walkway here that will bloom late summer. We have a Japanese maple tree there, some perennials and seagrass, our white peonies, some ornamental grass here in the front with phlox in between, and then rhododendron bushes that have already flowered and lost their flowers. And there's our big Merlot tree, which I love. It needs to grow in height because I whack my head on the branches, but I refuse to trim it. And these perennials here, I'll insert the names of them, but I love the dusty rose flowers and just the color of them. And these rocks were all taken from the ground when they built the house. And then we have some more phlox here for fill-in, seagrass, another rhododendron bush. We have lavender in the fronts here. And I will take you around to the backyard. We had our concrete patio poured last week, so my husband still needs to put the fence back in right here. And I have to get some cute flower pots for these to line the walkway. But we had it stamped to look like hardwood. I don't know if you can see it with the bright sun, but there we go. So right here, when you walk onto this space, I'd like to put a conversational set right here, like 2 comfy chairs with a coffee table in the middle, like a round little table. And here we have our egress window as an emergency exit because our basement's finished. We have wood for when we go camping, and we also plan to put a fire pit here. And the beautiful recycling bins. Here is where, like I said, we'll have the fire pit and seating around it. I'm not sure if I want stone seating or like Adirondack chair type seating. My raised beds are here, which I'll show you in a moment. And then this side, we need furniture desperately. So this is the entrance to our morning room, which is connected to our kitchen. So we had, they darkened the steps, and then let me turn around so you can see. We have our grill there, and then here we'd like a large dining set so that we can host family dinners here, and just, even if it's just us, just to enjoy dinner outside. And eventually put up a pergola with vines running through it for shade, and some light bulb hanging lights and hanging plants. I have a lot of good ideas. I want to put bird feeders all along the edges, not everywhere, but here and there, and plant a few things around it. And then there is our wildflower garden in the corner, which I'll show you in a moment. But this is where we have for now the raised beds that my husband built. He did this pretty high up for me because I have neck and knee issues, so I don't have to bend on my knees and bend my neck down a lot to plant and just tend to the garden. So here we have tomato plants. There are 3 and they're growing very nicely. We have potatoes here, onions, we have some carrots running along the side, and this bed is, both of them are pretty full. Next year I already jotted notes of what I want to plant again and what I want to plant more of and what I don't want to plant in here. These are cucumbers, so I have a row of cucumbers that are growing so nicely and starting to flower. These are green peppers. Green pepper. This is a yellow pepper. Another green pepper, and these are Hungarian hot wax peppers, which I love to eat on sandwiches. And this is all broccoli. And these are the carrots continuing on. And this one, we have strawberry plants. We have some Ozark strawberries, which are June bearing, and a couple of All-Star, which you bear fruit kind of throughout the year, but not as many. We have garlic chives in the back, those long wispy ones that look like grass. There's kale there, basil, oregano, dill, which next year I'm going to put in a pot because it is a weed and it grows a lot, and that's after trimming it just a couple of days ago. My goal is I love cucumber sandwiches, so I would love to use the dill for that, but also to make pickles. We have 3 lettuces, which I love when I'm making the boys their lunches, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we're out of lettuce. That doesn't happen anymore. I just come out here with my shears and take some lettuce off for them. We have lavender, which I think I will put in a pot next year. Like I said, this is kale, this is parsley, and last but not least, I have 2 rhubarb plants because I love strawberry rhubarb pie. So yeah, those are my raised beds, and I absolutely love them, but the rhubarb needs more space for sure. Look at the proportion. Look at those leaves. It's crazy. But I love these so much, and we have a sweet little kitty over there. Here's Dory. Hey, Bill. Hi, you gonna say hi? So yeah, when I look out of our morning room window, I get to see that. So I'll back up. You can kind of get an idea of the whole thing. So there it is, and now I will take you to the back wildflower garden. So here I have just a little some wool and yarn scraps for the birds to make nests, a couple of bird houses there and there that my husband built. These large boulders were taken from the ground when they built our house, which is really cool. And then we have just lots of phlox as fillers, and then we planted some wildflower seed. Way back there on the trellis we have wisteria. And we do know exactly what's in this garden, in the front and the back. We drew a sketch and kept all the tags, but offhand I don't know right now what it is. This is a blueberry bush, and I need to clean the bird bath and scrub it desperately. Should have did that before this video. And then here, this is a little statue that I love. It says gentleness at the bottom, and it's a little girl holding a little bird, and she's got a bunny next to her. And then my father-in-law made these cute little ducks for us with our names on them. So that is our wildflower garden, and we all collected these rocks as a family and placed them around it. So I hope you enjoyed my little tour. I do have bird feeders in most of the trees too, but I think they need to be updated because my son hit this one with a soccer ball and it broke, and squirrels just literally lay in there and eat all the food. So yeah, we're gonna have to think of another plan and go furniture shopping. So I hope you enjoyed our backyard and our front yard, taking a peek. Talk to you soon.